Well, hello. Welcome to Center Pages. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to get on here and make a little video, have some fun time. I got my library books that I haven't shared with you. So, want to talk about that and drink a little wine. I've got one of these, a double XL peach. And I think we can have a little fun. It is late. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. But I said, well, this should be fun if I could have like a little wine and just read the book descriptions from the books that I got from the library. So I have 10 books here. And I said, well, we can have us a little time. This week, I've been reading a lot of like mermaid fiction. Yesterday, me and the kids went to the aquarium and we also went to like a little crab boil afterwards. So I was trying to stay on theme all week with my reading materials and my activities and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a separate video for the aquarium and for the mermaid fiction that I found, because I found a series, oh my goodness, of sexy black mermaids, honey. And I have been in my world all week. So that's been fun. And then I also have an update for like 4 other thrillers that I've read that were also really good. So look forward to those couple of videos coming up. But before I did all of that, I said, let me first and foremost show them what I got from the library, because I have been holding off on that for a while. So get your coffee, get your tea, get your wine, whatever it is that you have to enjoy with me. And let's get to sipping and chit-chatting and talking about what I got from the library. This is so good. And I like that the little can that it comes in is like the perfect little size for just a little serving size. Not too much, not too little bit. It's so cute and perfect. Oh, and then another thing, I ended up getting this. So right after we went to the aquarium and to the crab boil, there was a thrift store directly across the street from the crab boil. And I was like, bet, let's go in there after we get done and see what we can find. And right on theme with my week, I found this cute nonfiction. It's called The Ocean's Menagerie: How Earth's Strangest Creatures Reshape the Rules of Life. Let me tell you, it's all about how he is a marine biologist, ecologist, something like that. And he is searching the seas for medicine, how to harvest certain antibiotics, I should say, and medications that can help people from the sponges and from the different algae and bacteria and things that's in the ocean. I actually really have been enjoying it. I got it this morning and I started it and I read the first like 20 pages. And I've been highlighting up a whole bunch, because I'm actually really surprised at how easy it is to read and to comprehend and enjoy. And I'm able to remember a lot of the stuff that we saw yesterday at the aquarium that kind of goes along with this. So I am looking forward to finishing this up and kind of tying it into the mermaid fiction that I was reading. So yeah, let me see. I'm not going to get into the back of it because this isn't the book that I am talking about in this video. I'll read the back of it when I actually make the video for this book. Yay. All right. So let's get into, I've got, of course, a couple of thrillers. I like to break it down a little bit. I've got a couple of thrillers. I've got some urban fiction. And then I've got like some paranormal urban fiction, which I've been actually really enjoying. That's what those mermaid books were. They are like considered like paranormal, African American paranormal fiction. I don't know why it's not fantasy, but what ifs. Got some Paranormal, that's that. And here's another urban fiction. I've got some classic black literature, two classic black. Yeah. This House Will Feed. I think that is a haunted house mystery. I don't think that this, I think this is just a regular thriller. Yeah. All right. So let's get the haunted house one out of the way. Since I think that's the only one like it that I have. This House Will Feed by Maria Turod. I guess that's how you pronounce the last name. And it says, oh, let me find some glasses. Where are my glasses, baby? Where's my purse? Okay. This House Will Feed by Maria Turod. It says, County Clare, 1848. In the scant few years since the potato blight first cast its foul shadow over Ireland, Maggie O'Shaughnessy, I guess that's how you pronounce it. O'Shaughnessy, yeah, has lost everything, her entire family and the man she trusted with her heart. Toiling in the Ennis workhouse for paltry rations, she can see no future either within or outside its walls, until the mysterious Lady Catherine arrives to whisk her away to an old mansion in the stark limestone landscape of the Burin. Lady Catherine wants Maggie to impersonate her late daughter, Wilhelmina, and hoodwink solicitors into releasing Wilhelmina's widow pension so that Lady Catherine can continue to provide for the villagers in her care. In exchange, Maggie will receive freedom from the workhouse, land of her own, and the one thing she wants more than either, a chance to fulfill the promise she made to her brother on his deathbed, to live to spite them all. Launching herself into the daunting task, Maggie plays the role of Wilhelmina as best she can while ignoring the villagers' tales of ghostly figures and curses. But more worrying are the whispers that come from within. Something in Lady Catherine's house is reawakening long-buried memories in Maggie of a foe more terrifying than hunger or greed, of a power that calls for blood and vengeance, and of her own role in a nightmare that demands the darkest sacrifice. Okay, that sounds good. I love the cover. Beautiful. The two thrillers that I have, one by Serafina Nova Glass. I feel like I've read something by her before, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've read anything by her. But she sounds very familiar. I might have to go back and look over my past books so that I can see if I read anything by her before. But if not, I think this will be my first read, and I'm looking forward to it. I hear such good things about her. So, Such a Good Wife by Serafina Nova Glass. It says, Melanie Howell is a devoted mother to her two children, a diligent caregiver to her ailing mother-in-law, and a trusted neighbor in their wealthy Louisiana community. Above all, she is a loving partner to her wonderful husband, Colin. Then there are the parts of herself that Mel keeps hidden. She's exhausted, worried, and unfulfilled. So much so that one night after a writers' group meeting, Mel begins an affair with a successful local author named Lou. Okay. Suddenly, she's transformed into a role she doesn't recognize, a woman who deceives with unseemly ease. A woman who might be capable of just about anything. When Mel finds Luke's dead body in his lavish rented house, she realizes just how high the stakes have become. Not only does she have to keep her affair a secret in order to preserve her marriage, but she desperately needs to avoid being implicated in Luke's death. But who would want to kill him? Who else in her life is keeping secrets? And most terrifying of all, how far will they and she go to keep those secrets hidden? Mm. Such a Good Wife by Serafina Novaglass. Can't wait. The Last Thing to Burn by Will Dean. It says, on an isolated farm in the United Kingdom, a woman is trapped by the monster who kidnapped her 7 years ago. Ooh, 7 years. When she discovers she is pregnant, she resolves to protect her child no matter the cost and starts to meticulously plan her escape. But when another woman is brought into the fold, everything changes. New questions must be asked. Can she save herself, her child, and this innocent woman at the same time? Or must she sacrifice the woman to save her baby? Is she doomed to remain a captive for the rest of her life? This sounds just like intense, dark, and utterly gripping. The Last Thing to Burn is a breathtaking thriller from an author to watch. This sounds just like the book that I just got done reading. Called, what was that book called? And it sounds just like this. Oh my goodness, the name of it is escaping me. Oh, Gray After Dark. Yes, by Noelle Ely. It sounds very similar to this, and I have an update coming for that book too, but I'm glad that I have something kind of similar to that one because that was so good. Hopefully it reads just as fast-paced and good. Now we can do the 3 urban fictions that I have. Oh, I have a Terry McMillan book, and of course you know she's the lady who wrote Waiting to Exhale and Getting to Happy. I really like Getting to Happy. So I decided to give Disappearing Acts a try by her. It says, Franklin Swift was a sometimes employed construction worker and a not quite divorced dad of 2. Zora Banks was a teacher, singer, and songwriter. They met in a Brooklyn brownstone, and there could be no walking away. In this funny, gritty love story, Franklin and Zora joined the ranks of fiction's most compelling couple as they move from Scrabble to sex, from layoffs to the limits of faith and trust. Disappearing Acts is about the mystery of desire and the burdens of the past. It's about respect, what it can and can't survive. And it's about the safe and secret places that only love can find. Okay, I remember watching the movie when I was a young girl and liking it. It was a good movie, so hopefully the book is as good as the movie was. All right, and Still Hood by Quan. This is book 2 in the Hood Rat series. I started book 1 and I was enjoying it, so I decided to go ahead on and get the second book. It says Ja and Yoshi's relationship was supposed to be a romance straight out of a fairy tale, but there are no such things in the hood. Yoshi's position as a stylist keeps her in the mix and in the company of some industry heavyweights. Though Ja tries to be understanding, he can't help but wonder if Yoshi's creeping with her clients. True has finally made it. His debut album has got the streets going crazy and is threatening to spill over into the mainstream. Success is finally within his grasp until karma catches up with him. Somebody wants him dead and he doesn't know why, or does he? And entering into the picture is Dina Jones, young, fine, and all about her paper, raised by the streets of Brooklyn and her homicidal older brother Shannon. Dina knows the game and is quick to apply her trade in getting what she wants. But she soon learns that the game is sold and not told when she finds herself caught up in the Harlem underworld and in the stable of a notorious pimp named Black Ice. Quan, one of the hottest stars in urban fiction, takes us back inside the scandalous lifestyle of the hood rat. I know that's right. Can't wait. Butterfly Bitch by Wahida Clark and Michael A. Robinson. I have a Wahida Clark book over there that I need to get into, but the title of this caught me immediately. There's stickers over the top of this. Okay, and I can't see what it says. The first line of it, I can't see what it says. Something about a homophobic father with high political ambitions and a spineless, unsupportive mother. Butterfly's greatest desire is to fly away. Born a male turned transgender, Butterfly is left to fend for herself on the cold, unforgiving streets. Using a few get-rich-quick money schemes, Butterfly finally begins to enjoy the glitter and romance of life. That is, until her biggest lie creates a hostile frenemy who shows no mercy in getting revenge. Soon, Butterfly's troubled life tumbles violently out of control. But by chance, she runs into Atwater, the perfect man with the perfect plan to stabilize her otherwise twisted world. And with the lure of power and wealth beyond her imagination, Atwater entices Butterfly to undertake a role in his shiesty scams. Her acceptance will usher in what's sure to be a tumultuous storm that neither of them can escape. Will Butterfly consent to temptation or fly away to free herself from Atwater's devilish arms? Honey, you had me at transgender. I was immediately interested in it. Look how beautiful she is on the cover. Yes, give me representation. Give me LGBTQ plus A, B, C, D, X, Y, and Z, baby. I want it all. Now, for a little urban fiction, fantasy and like I said, fantasy. Okay. L.A. Banks. Surrender the Dark by L.A. Banks. It says, Celeste Jackson has fought all her life against the fog of hallucination and substance abuse. But it's not until she meets her protector, Azriel, an angel who has left the safety of the light, that she learns of the evil forces that have been trying to ruin her and why. A fierce battle for control of the mortal realm is brewing, and only Celeste, with the help of the remnant, her half-human, half-angel brethren, can stand in the way. Together, Celeste and Azriel must gather an army of sensitives to defeat the dark powers that have ruled humanity for centuries. But time is running out. If Azriel surrenders to his growing desire for Celeste, he risks being trapped among humanity forever. But the longer he stays, the harder she is to resist. To save the world, Celeste must draw on her own dark experiences with addiction to help Azriel overcome the one temptation that could possibly make him an eternal prisoner, his obsession with her. Excuse me. So this is like a little, what is it? Enemies to lovers type little situation. He's a fallen angel trying to get his wings back with her. Okay. I can see it. We'll see how it goes. Next, I have a collection of short stories. My Big Fat Supernatural Wedding, and it's got a little bit of everybody in here. It says, an ordinary wedding can get crazy enough. So can you imagine what happens when otherworldly creatures are involved? 9 of the hottest authors, paranormal fiction, answers that question in this delightful collection of supernatural wedding stories. Not wedding stories. What's the seating plan when rival clans of werewolves and vampires meet under the same roof? How can a couple in the throes of love overcome traps set by feuding relatives who are experts at voodoo? Will you have a good marriage if your high seas wedding is held on a cursed ship? How do you deal with a wedding singer who's just a little too good at impersonating Elvis? Okay, shapeshifters, wizards, and magic. Oh my. We've got another L.A. Banks in here, Jim Butcher, Rachel Kane, a whole lot of authors. All right. My big fat supernatural wedding. That's cute. Oh my goodness, it is so hot. Woo! I'm so happy it's only 2 more books left. Honey. I'm ready to turn on this fan and this air conditioning. I didn't want to have the fan on because I figured it was going to be like too loud in here and you wouldn't really be able to hear me. But goodness. Okay, 2 books left, and these are the classic literature, classic black literature. It is Gloria Naylor, and I have Bailey's Cafe, which I thought was going to be super cute. It says, "Welcome to Bailey's Cafe, presided over by Bailey himself and his helpmate Nadine. Bailey's Cafe is a magnet for a variety of society's drifters, each with a story to tell. Sadie is a compulsively clean alcoholic. Eve's bordello accepts only fresh flowers as payment. Peaches has a mutilated face but the body of a goddess. These and many more are what people call misfits, form the magical aura of Bailey's Cafe. And Gloria Naylor, a writer of consummate skill, transforms the Bailey's Cafe gang into much more than fictional characters. They become real people, friends that we come to care for very deeply." This is connected to the Brewster's Place, Women of Brewster's Place little series of books. This movie was really good. It had a lot of good actresses, black actresses in it, and I really enjoyed it. Let me see. Where is the... I don't see the summary in here. Okay, yeah, here it is. It says, in her heralded first novel, Gloria Naylor weaves together the stories of 7 women living in Brewster Place, a bleak inner city sanctuary, creating a powerful, moving portrait of the strengths, struggles, and hopes of black women in America. Vulnerable and resilient, open-handed and open-hearted, these women forge their lives in a place that in turn threatens and protects, a common prison and a shared home. Naylor renders both loving and painful human experiences with simple eloquence and uncommon intuition. This National Book Award-winning novel and contemporary classic is now for the first time in Penguin Classics as part of the Penguin Vitae series with the foreword by Tayari Jones. Yay! All done. So I will be having updates and stuff. I'm going to be focusing on reading these coming up in less audio, especially since my hair is out. Don't look at my hair. It will be getting done. I had to take it out and take me a break because I was tired. My arms was tired and I did not feel like fooling with this mess up on top of my head. So I'll be doing my hair and get some I have some more content for you all coming up, but I do want to focus on reading these library books for a while, so I'll keep you posted on that. I'm gonna wrap this up and try to take myself to sleep. I'm so hot. I need to relax. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope that you have a wonderful work week and that you stay safe. Yay. All right. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time.